1914 all over again. Well, based on the article, we now know the similarities between 1914 and 2014, or the present, for example. We have the various issues regarding problems against nations. Nations have these disputes. They have always had these disputes about territory, about politics, about many other things, and they no longer, well, they still don't get it like together, and they don't like agree like harmoniously. There is also one thing. Okay, terrorism. Terrorism was back then with the assassination of Franz Ferdinand. Um, there was a that was a terrorist attack. Nowadays, terrorism is like a serious problem in major nations such as potencies, such as the United States, the European nation, and well, many other nations that suffer terrorist attacks. Now, there's also one thing that back then nations wanted their independence. Well, they weren't actually nations; they were like colonies, but they wanted their independence. Nowadays, Catalans in Spain or Northern Irish in Great Britain also want their independence, and they're like fighting for it. So those are the similarities.
Well, back then, no mames, verga.
No.
Some of the difference were that back then, war was seen as a form of purification and liberation of the country, or in this case, colony. And nowadays, war is just seen as a way of achieving things, and it's not as important as it was then. People just see it like a way of killing, a way of destroying countries, and we now consider war is not okay. Well, then these colonies, as they want their independence, they don't do war. They make it as an argument, and they achieve it in the Pacific way. Um, Back then, Germany was one of the most powerful countries. As now, this country abolished its obligatory military service, it's now having problems recruiting new soldiers, and their army is not as powerful as it was before.
Okay, for the conclusions, we're living in a world that is repeating the same mistakes they had, but also is doing something against it. Like there is now a European Union and the United Nations that help to protect the unification of the world itself. But there's still problems such as terrorism, such as independence, such as new ideas that are like are forcing a new world. So that's our conclusion.